Hello, joy to the world, friends and family. I am Melissa Joy here to take a look into what is going on around us, and it must be something fantastic. Because the last, month has been more than hell for me since Valentine's. So maybe it has for you too. Maybe it's a lot of upheaval and shifting that's creating an unsurety and trying to get your footing and your balance to see what this new energy is. And as we know, Pluto is peeling out and moving into Aquarius. So maybe it has something to do with that. Hopefully it does, because it's leaving my sun sign. Now we are the whole zodiac, so it's been messing with people's Monday. It's been messing with your structure. It's had systems going haywire, backfiring, inside out, that type of thing, okay? So if that has been you, get ready, because Saturn has moved into Pisces, and it is payback time. What does that mean? Payback time. Saturn is the master of time, so it is time for Saturn to pay you back for all that's been lost, been stolen, been broken, been broke down, been robbed. Maybe it's like me, it broke you down, okay? If you've been here for a minute, you know I went through cancer and I used to not look like this, but we coming out. We're making peace. So let's get on in here and we're going to see with the Antique Anatomy Tarot a little bit of what is going on in the skinny, in the belly, in your nervous system even. We got the Two of Blades going on. You're like, mind your business. And actually it's talking about mind your matter. They're wanting you to pay attention to your matter, the matter of your body. Your body speaks for what matters to you. That's why when somebody, the hairs go up on your neck, when certain people around yourself is telling you, hey, let's check into that, or let's check out of that, okay? And also, if you get like an uneasy feeling in your stomach, there is a reason. If you break out in a cold sweat, if you get a little extra giddy, check in with those things. They're telling you to mind it, meaning check in, okay? Find out what's going on and ask yourself some good questions. Right now is a transition time, so it's more about the questions than the answers. Okay, I feel you right there. One more. Why are you having me turn you over? Because we turn over the Hierophant, friends, if you with me. This is an energy session. We're going to shake that thing out. We're going to shake it out. Why? Because the Hierophant is associated with the sign of Taurus. Now remember, we are the whole zodiac, so we each have Taurus. Even if you have nothing in that sector of your chart, it is holding a space, all right? Ask musicians. The rests are provocative. They're very important to the music. So anyways, we've been going through that Taurus, North Node, Scorpio, South Node. Well, that's what's showing us is now we're past the 9 months of it, okay? We're in the last leg of this race. I think we have April, May, June. I think we have 3.5 months left. So it's shaking it out and shaking it up. It's putting, okay. It can be scary when all the lanes of traffic are going really fast and carrying on. But we were watching it was a funny movie, but it was something where the people were being chased in it. And it was like, well, it's super easy when they're revving up beside you, trying to tear you up. Just hit your brakes, because in the blink of an eye, you're in a whole different place than they are. Just like that. Just like that. So right now, that might be some of what's going on, is the brakes seem to be being put on. It's like finding yourself in a whole different place, whole different mindset, maybe even a different state with your body, because that's a lot of what was going on. I had a severe form of vertigo. Who knows? Still going on, still coming out of that, but they're like, get up there and record. And today I can actually stand upright and not barf my guts everywhere. So maybe that means I'm getting in tune with some of this energy. So we've got the Two of Blades and we have the Tower going on. We're going to see what kicked it off. We have the Tower going on over here, but I love this Tower. It's being fully expecting, looking headlong to where your hope comes from. Not being deterred or deferred or looking away, that while time is playing this janky game with us, and I could have some fingers for Big Papa right now because that's Saturn issue, but actually he's coming in as the personification to help us know how to navigate this, okay? Because we can call them test, trials, and tribulations, or we can just call them, you know, like shifting the gears, okay? So let's just look at it like that and get happy about it and get on board, because at the core, our DNA is happy. It's time is meeting up. It's unfolding that wrinkle, and it's bringing out your best. Now, this is what kicked Prince of Cups, more Two of Swords, another Hierophant, and a Queen of Pentacles. This way, Hierophant's on its side doing a deep dive, looking down in the dirty, trying to see what is going on down in the dark and the depths of what it is you truly desire. I could bring those up, but I'm not going to. So it's talking about leaving the swamp of sadness. And this is not only that swamp of sadness, this is a transition ground between the swamp and the promised land, the land of prosperity, the land of pleasure. And I'm not getting into the extremisms. I'm talking about what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what is comfortable and at ease. And I'm talking viscerally. Remember, they talked about minding your matter. So there's a lot of that self-help jargon going on that can flip you and keep tossing you this way and that. Because when you talk about, well, wanting my desires fulfilled, and then you feel guilty thinking, well, no, that's wrong. That must be wrong. Let me be this old Hierophant energy and be chaste and be all these other things. So you're calling good bad and bad good, and it's all confusion. It's hullabaloo, right? This is that middle ground. Look, you are equipped, all right? You can pick up these seeds because apparently the ground was too hard to take them, okay? Put them in your pocket. Whether you got shoes or not, walk carefully. Step forward. Move into your tomorrow. How? You move into your future now. All right, you've been downcast. There's been shade thrown on you, friend, and they're wanting to bring you into the land of delight. Ooh, Prince of Wands, look at that. He's like, I got the light, I got the shield, and I have got the power. Power. Whoa, oh. Let's see what's going on over here, because something did halt on the corner of my desk. I wish I could see that. The Hangman, all right. Are these looking similar? Looking similar? Yes, except this is aligned in divine. No longer is it destroying and wasting your prosperity, your expansion, your growth, your beautification. It is being brought forward. Remember, payback time, okay? And that's the light coming on. No more of the moon-mindedness or having to put yourself in dire straits in order to get your spirit to step forward. We're stepping into the what?
That was easy.
You got that right. Friend, I'll do it for you again.
That was easy.
That's right. Say it. Say that was easy. Start putting that into your terms of whatever else. Like when you find a parking space, well, that was easy. When you pay the tab, that was easy. When you lay down at night and you actually getting into bed closer to the time that you feel in your body that you should, that was easy. Start praising yourself. Get some praise session on. Look at what it does to you when you do. You know what? Because the thing is, that is our prosperity. All right. That is the eye that we see and know everything with, and not the evil eye. Because if you're over there, you're actually outside the restaurant looking in. Let's get into your eye, for your eyes only, because life has a perspective through you that only comes through you. And that's what they're looking for. That's why it's infinite. It's everlasting joy, everlasting peace, and everlasting life. Life has no shadow of turning. It isn't a false light. There is no trickery going on there whatsoever. And King of Pentacles is like, let me pick him up for you now. Where'd he go? Where must he go? Oh, there he is. See, when you put your coins in your pocket instead of trying to invest in everyone else and everything else, and also that tossing about energy, like second guessing your desires, second guessing your rejections of like your body shutting down, going, ooh, I don't like this person. Ooh, I don't like this situation. And you force yourself anyway. How's that working? I would say not so good. Okay, so they want you to stop forcing and enforcing. Instead, pocket that change, make the change, and come on into your castle, because this is what it looks like when you begin to put it in your pockets and you. That's not greedy, friend, okay? And it's also no longer needy. It's called balance because it is who you are. And see, ooh, I love it. Chiron's horn is right here. The shofar is saying, I've been with you, shofar. I'm going to sound off the trumpet and set the alarm of praise, okay? So set some time every day that you might say,
That was easy.
That was easy, or this is easy, or my life is easy. You know, whatever it is, get yourself when that time of day that seems calm or fruitful or at ease. Like for me, it's usually about an hour before sunset that somehow the light angle shifts, and it's not the colors showing up in the sky yet, but I see the color of the light begin to change and things begin to soothe and calm for me. And it really feels like everything's all right. Like the whole world is coming together. It doesn't even matter. I almost can't even see the hubbub 1010, whoever's wondering what's going on around me. I know how I feel. And this is how it makes me feel. It makes me feel secure. It makes me feel abundant. It makes me feel heard. Why? Because when I talk to myself, I do not have to translate. So if you start having a second guess or translate, that is thought being introduced from you. And we are not thinking beings. We are beings of intelligence. That means it arises from within, okay? And it is a feeling and a sensation and a perception before it is a thought. So begin to back it up a smidge and get into feeling yourself. So, what's that? More to a source. I'll just get and I'll show you. Look, there's stuff going on down here. Prince of Cups, Queen of Swords, they were thrown down, all right, out of heaven. And it's time to be clear about what you will engage with and what you won't, all right? And it's time for you to prosper your peace, to prioritize your peace, and not just P-E-A-C-E, but P-I-E-C-E. These are pieces of you, all right? Some of us have been taught to be ashamed if we're prosperous, and therefore our world does not look prosperous. So when you begin to prosper, the world around you will prosper too. That is your gift. It's not greed, because if so, you'd have been grubbing up before now, right? Okay, so quit letting that lie and up into your thinking sphere. So thinking. So look at this, lighting up the wings. Beginning to dreamcast, vision cast. This is that old stanky swamp, remember? So it goes from the swamp to this, okay? See that secure footing. No more mushy ground. No more mushy ground, second guessing, doubt, sorrow, grief, guilt, all those shams, 1212. That is perfect order. Going to the wayside. So we have all these Two of Swords showing up here, but this was the Hierophant. It was looking down like that, taking that deep dive to begin to listen to your belly, listen to your gut, listen to what is up. And that was that other Two of Swords. Frogs, what? Between the worlds. Between the worlds. So tell us anything else that you might want our friends to know here. Taking the steps, feel like you need to keep your head above water. That's that sorrow, guilt, and grief going on over here. That is that old way, the sogginess, the second guessing, the mulling around, the self-helping, that type of thing. They're actually wanting you to get into trusting yourself. That is your greatest help. Trust yourself. Listen to yourself. Ask yourself. And now when you're doing that, you're talking to your divine self. You're talking to this type of energy. You're procreating with yourself. We are creative beings. And before the fall, we created right here, right? The magic. How do you see things? How are you perceiving things? What is going on? And without judging and ridiculing and condemning those perceptions you're picking up on, begin to sit with them. Give a little bit of time. Think of it like an email. You type it off, you send it in a short period of time. A response comes back to you, okay? It's not always like, hello, yes, how are you doing? I would like a pizza. It's not always like that, okay? So just understand that flow of how it goes means when you begin to spend this time with yourself, you are always going to be in sync with the greater rhythm as well, and not be like hard pressed of left or right now, stay or go. You know, you begin to feel it ahead of time. So this is the restoration of your blessing, okay? No more having to work for it, all right? And have to go, you know, swimming upstream, because at the end of that stream is your death, all right? It is your death. Now go swim about and live for more than just your purpose, more than just, you know, procreating and trying to make the world a better place for everybody else. Hierophant, this one's saying, that's what I'm saying. Get over here and get secure. That security that you have, that savings that you have, begins to nourish and nurture your energy because it is representative of your energy as well. It is a external hallmark of what is going on internally, okay? And they're saying do away with your system breaking down, your body breaking down, the fatigue and the stress. It's like the coating on the wires of your neurology, you know, the myelin sheath is just getting a little crackled, a little bit dry. I'm just saying enough of that. Begin to invest in yourself. And what will arise? It's a world of strength. Look at that. Look at that. See how they've made peace with each other? Because they each know their place, right? It's not having to contend and do that self-helping, the thising or thating. It's knowing who you are and being self-assured. Self-assurance is like a culmination. It goes beyond our confidence. It also comes from a wisdom and an inner knowing, an inner connection of trusting yourself. That assurance, man, it will forge pathways of adventure and serendipity and beauty in life for you. And what does that do? Look at that. That whole world. That's the bee pollinating the world right there. Buzz, buzz. You were made for the world that you were creating. I think you were important. I love you. I vote for this. I'm excited for you to flourish and thrive and succeed. I'm excited for your health to flourish, your wealth to flourish, your happiness and wholeness to arrive. Okay? So, friend, I'm glad I could pop this one out for you. Leave comments down below if it made a difference in your life today. Let me know that you're here. All right? That means so much to me. I love you and I appreciate you all. All right. Talk soon. Bye. Whoop.